What's up, people? A massive hello. J.League YBC Levant Cup Final is fast approaching. So on this month's J.League Monthly, we'll be doing a preview of the massive final, embracing the 30th anniversary of the Cup. Don't forget the New Hero Award, going to the hottest youth prospect in the Cup. And of course, we have Superplay Best 5 too. Right, people, time to kick off. Hello, everyone. Bonjour. Buenos dias. Ni hao. How's everyone doing? Welcome to J.League Monthly. And of course, with me, a positive man about the samurai blue. How are you, Sean?
안녕하세요. You used up a lot of languages there. I was struggling to think of one you hadn't used. I'm doing
I forgot in Korean. Yeah. This month's J.League Monthly, it's all about the J.League YBC Levant Cup Final, due to take place on October the 22nd. Now, Sean, this is a prestigious cup. You know, it's embracing its 30th anniversary. What's your take on the Levant Cup?
I think it's that way to get that taste of glory and give themselves that confidence. And I think for fans, for the media, for the players as well, it's always enjoyable because it's the first final of the season. It comes in autumn where you've got hopefully again this year we have it, but you've got crisp blue skies, the sun's out, and there's that atmosphere. We're back at National Stadium again this year, which is where cup finals should be, I think. And it's just always a great occasion. Both teams obviously raring to go and hoping they can get their hands on the title.
Excellent. So who's in the final? Cerezo, Osaka, and Sanfrecce, Hiroshima. So what are these teams all about? Let's find out. First of all, it's Cerezo. So Sean, Cerezo, 2 years in a row going to the finals, eh?
Yeah, well, they had a first leg, things didn't look too good for them. They drew at home, as we can see here. They drew at home 1-1 with Urawa. What a goal.
That's just insane.
What
is that, man? What is this?
I mean, really, they should have just let them go in the final after that, shouldn't they? They should have just gone, that's good enough. Game's finished there. But yeah, Reds did get one back. And so then heading into the second leg, it looked like it would be advantage to Reds going back to Saitama for the second leg. And then things just went from bad to worse for the home side. 4-0 at home, conceding and then conceding again, and then they had it all to do. And Cerezo ultimately, I mean, I think Cerezo showed over certainly in the second leg, but over the two legs, that what they've done all season, they're a very well organized team. The manager Kogiku has them really well organized. Every player knows what they're doing, and as we saw with Uejo's goal and with some of these goals in the second leg too, they've got real quality players that can put the ball in the net and make things happen.
Yeah, it was a real bad day for Urawa. They completely demolished them, Cerezo, right? And especially both players on the wings were very effective. Now, who's your man out of Cerezo?
Well, I think, we touched upon it there. They've got the great players out wide. They've got so many good players in different positions. But I think that Hiroaki Okano maybe sometimes it goes a bit under the radar, doesn't get the attention he deserves. I think really good player with the ball at his feet. Pops up in these positions to score goals, set up goals as well. Always kind of arrives a little bit late into the box. As we see here, no one's marking him and he's able to put the ball in the back of the net. And I think when it comes to the final, I think he's the kind of player that could make a difference. That, you know, when it's a tense game and you need something different, I think he could come up with something for Cerezo in this game.
And he's definitely got bags of experience too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He's been, as I said, he kind of goes under the radar, perhaps a bit underrated. He's been playing now regularly for them for a few seasons, always so consistent. And, you know, touch wood, he doesn't pick up any before the final, doesn't seem to pick up many injuries, always there as a constant. And I think every team wants players like that you can rely upon to be there as the kind of heartbeat of the team, and also when needed to come up with something special.
I remember the gaffer saying something interesting in one of his interviews. He was saying, you know, in the past 3 games, we went about eradicating the good qualities of the opposition. But for the second leg against Urawa, we just played, you know, as you wish, full throttle. What's your take about the gaffer?
I think he's he comes across as a very smart boss, as you said there, to know when when to choose which approach. So he might well send them out and say, do the same thing, play to your strengths. And as they showed against Urawa, their strengths are pretty impressive.
Definitely. We shall see what happens. Now let's put the spotlight on Sanfrecce Hiroshima. So Sanfrecce, they haven't been to finals for the Levant Cup for like 8 years. But good on them, huh?
Is it that long?
Yep.
That was probably when Mr. Moriyasu was in charge, I guess.
Ah,
way back when,
indeed,
when they were they were the team to beat. Well, they kind of did the opposite to Cerezo, didn't they, in their semi-finals? I think they went 3-0 up in the first leg against Avispa, and it looked like that was it. They were in the final, and then they let Avispa come back into it in the first leg with a couple of goals, and suddenly you weren't really sure what was going to happen. And then the second leg was a bit of a tense affair, which obviously had no goals at all. So they made it into the final, but yeah, they kind of did it in the opposite way to Cerezo. So perhaps Cerezo will come in. I know we still have a bit of time now until the final, but you wonder if perhaps Cerezo might have a bit more impetus because of the way they booked their place. But again, Hiroshima have shown some great stuff in the league this year, so very hard to call.
And I hear that you like how Sho Sasaki is doing.
I do, yeah. I think the team as a whole under is it Michael Skibe?
Skibe. Yeah.
We'll just
Sorry.
go with Skibe.
Allow us Englishmen to show our ignorance of German pronunciations.
The team has looked really, really good under him. Really, really well drilled. Everyone seems to get similar to Cerezo. Everyone seems to know what they're doing, and Sho Sasaki has been reborn, I think, under him. Really defensively looks solid. He's had a few appearances for Japan as well, did well in the East Asian Cup for Japan recently. And yeah, defensively really solid, can play on the left, can play at centre back, and going forwards as well at set pieces. He's a real threat, likes to get forward. As you can see here, not afraid to take shots at goal either. And similarly to Okano that I said for Cerezo, I think when it comes to a final, I think Sasaki is the kind of player who could really lift himself up, really be motivated for the game.
Well, but it sure is going to be a battle of battles, and there's always lots of drama for a Levant Cup final. We'll be looking forward to that then. And talking about Levant Cup, we have to talk about the New Hero Award given to the most, what's the right word, eclectic, the most dominating youth force of this season's cup. What's your guesses then?
Well, Harry, as always, as you say, it's exciting to pick up these young players. The first one I've gone for is a Cerezo player, Sota Kitano. He's a striker who's burst onto the scene this year. He's still only 18. He's only just turned 18 in August. And as we can see here with this footage, doesn't he look young? doesn't he look,
yes.
It makes me feel even older than I am. But
Straight
this
out of
goal
high
in
school.
particular, look at this. The touch, the turn, the finish.
Wow.
Just 18. He might even have been 17 when he scored this one. Looks like a real talent, really confident on the ball, turns up in the right place at the right time. And you sometimes see the younger players, they sort of appear early on in the tournament, and then once it gets to the business end, the coaches stop using them and they bring in the regulars back. But he's been playing as well up into the semi-finals, so maybe he'll pop up with something in the final.
Yes, he looks smoking.
Yeah,
excellent stuff.
Sadly, Yugo Masakake, my second pick, won't be doing that. His team, Kashiwa Reysol, were eliminated in the group stage, but it didn't stop him also making an impact. I think he also got 3 goals in the group stage, and again, similar. I think he's 18, maybe 19 now, but another one who looks really confident in front of goal, doesn't panic. This one here, took his time. You sometimes see players might panic once they get in that position and not know what to do. Showed great strength for this goal, got in, and again kept his composure, and just
what a finish too.
A cheeky little pass into the
off the post.
And yeah, he's one who's got, I know we've spoken about Mao Hosoya before at Kashiwa Reysol on this show this season, but Masakake as well, I think, has got the Reysol fans quite excited for the future and what he's going to bring to their front line. Excellent.
So the New Hero Award, that's that for the Levant Cup Final. I'm really looking forward to it, being the climax for one of the big competitions that we have for the J League. But what's your input, or how are you feeling about the league right now? That's approaching its climax fairly soon too.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, everything's suddenly coming with the World Cup approaching. Suddenly, it's like everything's coming to a head at once. The league, it's looking like, and again, I don't want to jinx it for anybody, but it's looking at the minute like Marinos have got it to lose, doesn't it? They're getting the results. They've got that buffer at the top in terms of points, and they're looking solid. They're looking like they're playing with confidence, and Kawasaki are still there, still pushing them. But it does seem like Kawasaki are maybe just slightly running out of steam a bit, looking a little bit like they're hanging on. So it's still, those two are both in there, and they're both such good teams that it's so hard to write either of them off. You never know. Everything can change from one weekend to the next.
Yes. Okay. So that's it from me and from Sean. It'll be lovely for all of you to bring in your comments from all over the world. I apologize if I can't read Indonesian or Malay or Asian text, but we're lapping up those comments, and some of their players are doing pretty well too. Anyway, we'll be signing off with Super Player Best 5. Thank you very much to all of you, and thank you very much, Sean. See you soon.
Thank you, Harry.
Bye.
Take care. See you soon.